Hi everyone, it's Amber Kivett. I'm here today sharing with you on this wonderful holiday how to use the Lifepro Fitness waiver platform for the purpose of pain management and to help facilitate with weight loss. Today is this very special day. I get to share with you my mom. This is my mom, Melanie, and she had a chance to get on this platform for the very first time just a few days ago, and she's been suffering from bilateral knee pain. She is post-surgical meniscus knee repair and is awaiting a total knee replacement. And so she deals with osteoarthritis on a pretty consistent basis. And so when I came over here the other day, she was limping around. So I said, hey, let's try this out. So what I'm going to share with you is what we're going to start with on the settings. So I have the waiver here, and we're going to start with just, because she's dealing with acute pain, we're going to start her with a level 2 to 3. And for the time, it's already preset on the time, if I remember right, for 15 minutes. We aren't going to go through that whole time, but I wanted to share with you what we're going to do. So what I'm going to have her do is go ahead and stand on the platform. We've already tried this a couple of times. What is really important to understand is how to modify. So I'm going to go ahead and push the start button for her. And so what's really cool about this, with knee pain that she's been dealing with. How old are you?
62.
62. So what's really important to understand with somebody who is of later age is the amount of fascial connections or fascial adhesions that develop in the body's connective tissue. And with that holds a much higher level of pain and is very, very sensitive to our nerves. So what the whole body vibration is doing, I like to say it creates the perfect storm, such as an earthquake, to those strands and those fibers. I will be happy to post a picture after we're done with this segment over what that looks like. Make sure that your knees are unlocked as you're standing there. And do you have any pain right now?
No.
Okay. So a couple days ago when we were doing this for the first time, we were experiencing a lot of discomfort for her just standing here. And so today, she's actually able to do this pain-free, but we've had to do this 2 or 3 times. So what is really, really important to understand is that if you have discomfort in trying this the first time, we had her sit down and do this from a seated position, which gave her much greater relief. And while at the same time, the vibration was working up through the bottom of her feet so that she was able to accept the treatment without further pain. So if you're one of those individuals that you suffer from a lot of discomfort when you're on the platform, is go ahead and try a different modified position, whether it's a seated position, whether it's a kneeling position, whether it's a partial squat position. And in her case, we just put on the resistance bands in order to activate her lateral muscles, so her vastus lateralis, her hamstrings, her external hip rotators, not to get real deep on medical terminology here, but basically we turned on a lot of different muscles that normally don't get turned on. So what do you feel when you're on there?
Just vibration.
Okay, and is
No
it
pain. No pain.
no pain, and is it a relaxing sensation?
Yes.
Okay, and you've never been on this before this week. Okay, so for this, it's a gentle pace that we're using with her right now. And if we wanted to increase the excitement of her muscles, right now her muscles are co-contracting as a result of the whole body vibration. If we want to increase that excitement or that enrichment to those fibers, then we're going to have her put on one of those resistance bands that are down there on the floor in front of her. And we might shift to that here in just a second, but for now, I wanted you to see this in action. For those of you who don't have this tool, I now have got 4 of these different platforms in my facility, which is a recovery-based facility. And all of my clients love using these. You don't have to be of any specific age. My 9-year-old daughter gets on this and works around with growing pains. I have a lot of athletes that come in after practices with a lot of knee pain will come in and work with this. And it loosens everything up. It increases circulation. It breaks down the fascial adhesions so that when you actually get off here and try and stretch, that you are enhancing the mobility of the musculature and the soft tissue. So there's a lot of different things going on here. The one thing that is really important to remember is when we are trying to lose weight or we're trying to heal, we're trying to enable our body into a recovery mode of parasympathetic nervous system, is the release of the cortisol. So cortisol is a powerful hormone, which is used primarily for a fight or flight state, which most of us are in all the time. In order to lose weight, your cortisol levels have to be in a general range in order for your body to release fat for energy. The other thing to remember with fat cells is a lot of times they can get stuck in the fascial connective tissue, and if they're stuck in that tissue and they can't mobilize, then you cannot metabolize that fuel. So right now we've got her on a level 2, level 3, and we are I've got her, if you notice her feet, I've got her doing this barefoot. I don't want her manipulated in any type of shoe, but if you're one of those individuals that you have to be on the platform with your shoes on, that's perfectly acceptable. That's okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually put her through a very similar treatment of what I had her do the other day. So bear with me here. And what we're going to do is we're going to have her in a seated position so she doesn't have to change the workout. I'm just going to set this chair behind her, and she's just going to sit down right behind. And in this position, she is still feeling a lot of the vibration. If not, she's feeling probably more vibration through here now that you're in a seated position. So if you're somebody who is dealing with chronic knee pain, chronic hip pain, restless leg syndrome, lack of circulation down into the lower extremities, so you're dealing with diabetic neuropathy, any one of those conditions, if you do this from a seated position, you're going to get more vibration in the lower extremity, and in her case, provided the greatest amount of pain relief. So again, she is post-op 2 meniscus repairs and awaiting a total knee replacement. And so until then, we're just trying to keep her pain under control, a managed level without medication. And in doing this on a routine basis, 10 minutes a day, she's done that the last 2 days. We did it twice on 2 days ago, and then we did it yesterday. And that has resulted in a great amount of pain relief. So we're really excited about that. So in order to activate these muscles here to the outside, because those are your stabilizers for your hip and for your knee, I just use this yellow band. And so we're going to slip this on. And I'm going to keep this down around her calf, or around her lower extremity here. And all I'm going to have her do, this can be a little uncomfortable if this gets all bunched up. So if you start to feel too much pressure, these are really sensitive tissues, just make sure that your band is nice and flat. But what I'm going to have her do is just open and close her legs. And so here's my question to you. Do you also feel that in your groin, in your lower pelvis? Okay, so for those of you who have pelvic floor condition, you're post-C-section, post-hysterectomy, dealing with bladder control issues, this is an easy way in which you can use this for pelvic floor activation, because again, the vibration is in contact with her feet. Her feet is connected to her hips through her knee joint, which is at a 90-degree angle right now. So that vibration and that energy is transferring all the way up into her hips and to her lower torso and her lower pelvis. So if you are post surgery, or you're having endometriosis, you're dealing with different conditions associated with the pelvic floor, this is an easy way in which you can do this from a seated position pain-free. And so a little bit about my story. This is how I got involved with Lifepro Fitness, because I'm about 11 months post-operative total hysterectomy, and my doctor recommended this tool in order to help activate those muscles to fire again. So that's what we're doing right now. This is one of the exercises that I did with pelvic floor, and this is working really, really well. How are you feeling with that?
Good.
Good. Now, if she gets really bored and doesn't want to stay seated in doing this, what you can do is, if you're able to stand up. Are you able to stand up? A little trick. She's comfortable. This is a good thing. Okay, you want to try standing? Okay. And what do you feel? So for somebody who's trying to increase strength right here in these quads, I'm going to be here as a guide, and I'm going to have her sit down. And I'm going to have her open and close her legs 10 times. What are you feeling? Are you on fire?
A little bit.
Yeah, she's actually working as if she went to the gym. So there's the weight loss side of things. So by increasing muscle mass, we are using our fat as fuel. Metabolism goes up the more that our muscle structure increases. And so we are activating new muscles, which also takes the pressure off of those knees. Go ahead and stand up. She's really excited about this. I didn't tell her we were going to be doing this. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to widen our feet. And we're going to squat just a little bit. And we're going to stand, but we don't ever want to lock our knees. And we're going to sit a little bit, and we're going to stand. What do you feel now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, she says it is on fire. So you don't have to go to the gym, you don't have to lift free weights. If you have osteoporosis, in her condition, or in her case, yes, we are dealing with osteoporosis. So we're getting all of this, all in one amazing treatment, only 10 minutes. And we can do that once or twice a day. In her case, we're doing it twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, in order to expedite some of the results with connective tissue. Go ahead, and you can see she's really jiggling now, so we're starting to break some things loose. Go ahead and have a seat. And open and close those knees. Where are you feeling that at? So those ladies out there that you're really wanting to work these inner thighs, that's how you're gonna get it done. You don't have to go to the gym, you don't have to squeeze objects, just stand on the vibration platform, put the band on around your knees, and open and close. And I always say, until the point that you feel a burning sensation, do 3 or 4 more, but with the vibration, you're gonna feel it much sooner. So she's gonna continue to do this. Yeah? So we're 10 minutes in, we got 5 minutes left. So again, kind of to repeat, what is going on with the parasympathetic nervous system? And a lot of you probably don't even know what I'm talking about. But when we're looking at the human body and how the brain communicates with the nerves and the periphery, we have a sympathetic nervous system and a parasympathetic nervous system. Our sympathetic nervous system is our fight or flight system. And so when we are on the go all the time, we're working long hours, we're not sleeping well, we are really stressed out, that system is highly enhanced. And so in order to downgrade that and upgrade our parasympathetic system, we're using the platform in order to do that. If you can enhance your parasympathetic nervous system, we decrease cortisol, decrease adrenaline, increase serotonin, increase dopamine, increase oxytocin, which is your feel-good hormone, and we increase the release of endorphins, all without having to go outside and run or work out. For weight loss, if you are doing a lot of cardiovascular exercise, that will actually force your system into a longer state in sympathetic, because that's what our body does in a cardiovascular setting, is the sympathetic nervous system. So if you are doing a lot of chronic cardio, I like to call it chronic cardio, so more than 60 minutes a day, several days a week, your body will start producing really, really high levels of cortisol, which directly puts you into a state of adrenal gland fatigue, or other autoimmune disease sets in with that. I have experienced that before in years past, and I wish I would have known about this tool a few years ago, because it would have helped me a lot faster in the recovery. So in order to be parasympathetic, we decrease our cortisol and adrenaline hormone, and are increasing our feel-good hormone in the brain. And so this tool directly does that, and so that's what enables us to lose weight with this tool. We are co-contracting muscles subconsciously, so you don't even know that you're doing it when you're receiving this vibration. And with that, increases metabolism, is going to increase your caloric expenditure. It's not going to be nearly as high caloric expenditure as what you're going to be with running on a treadmill for 60 minutes, but you don't have the recovery associated with that, because you're doing recovery at the same time, so it's a win-win. So how are we doing now? Okay. So we got 2 minutes left, so I'm going to go ahead and kick this off. Okay, we're going to take this rubber band off. I'm going to have her walk around and just tell us what we feel. Okay, walk around, see what you feel. Hi, Karen. Thank you so much for watching. What do you feel, Mom?
No pain.
No pain. And we were limping earlier today when I came in. All right, so next, I'm going to bring in my stepdad because my stepdad deals with an occasional gastrointestinal distress. So I'm going to have him get on here because my husband has dealt with gastrointestinal disorders, and he's gotten on this instrument before, on this tool, and it has worked for him in decreasing GERD. So this is my stepdad. Hi, this is Larry.
Hi.
So I'm going to have, and the cool part about this, Larry's actually not been on this yet. So we're going to see how he responds to this. And we're going to start him on a low level again. So let's power this up. And I'm not going to have him take off his shoes because, again, we're doing this for gastrointestinal disease, GERD, celiac disease, anything that causes your stomach to not feel so good with its processes. I'm going to put him on a P4 because he's also an avid endurance athlete. Okay, go ahead and step on there, Larry. Okay. What do you feel when you have GI issues?
A lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure?
Discomfort.
A lot of discomfort? Okay. How long have you been dealing with that?
Probably a year.
Okay. How old are you?
66.
Okay, so we're in our 60s. I love it. Okay, so what is really important to understand, I've got quite a few clients that come in to my facility to use the whole body vibration platform for the sole purpose of GI relief. Although a lot of them take medications, it doesn't necessarily kick the problem right away, correct?
Correct.
Okay, how many different medications have you been on for this?
A couple. I'm down to one.
Okay, how many different procedures have you had to have done for this?
About 3.
Okay. So it's really cool. Again, my husband has got this, it's kind of funny. They're kind of twins. They were dealing with the same problem with gastrointestinal disorders. And so again, I put my husband on the platform over at my house when I brought mine in for my pelvic floor dysfunction, and it actually gave him relief. So that's when I started looking into, wow, what all can we do with this whole body vibration platform besides weight loss and pain management? Had no idea that it worked for GERD until I found the research studies on it. So really excited about that they're using this for a variety of different things. I found out last week that a local physician's office is actually using the whole body vibration platform for lymphatic cleansing following cancer treatments. So they're starting to use, and they're using a very similar model. It's a commercial model, but they're looking at using these home-based models for cancer patients after they've gone through all of their medicinal regimen for flushing out the lymphatic system. And so that's one of the great benefits of using the whole body vibration platform is it cleanses out your lymphatic system and kind of, again, increases circulation, breaks out toxicity. So if you do feel a little discomfort for a day or so after using this, just decrease your level, decrease your time, modify. Your body's trying to settle into a new you. And so it is expected that you might be a little sore in different areas. What do you feel?
Kind of energizes you.
Kind of energizes you. I like it. Now, because I'm just kind of catering to him for GI, and we just ate like an hour and a half ago, something like that, right?
A lot.
Ate a lot. So happy turkey day to us, right? So what I want you to do, Larry, what are some things that you like to do leisurely? You've run how many marathons?
42.
42 marathons, my friends. And that's a lot of connective tissue, a lot of fascia maintenance. And how often do you get a massage?
Now, not as often. I used to get them about every other week.
Okay.
Not enough.
Okay. And so the beauty of this tool is it's giving you a gentle massage all at the same time. Not hands-on, but for those of you that are trying to get the best bang for your buck, I think this specific platform, I think I saw it on there for a little over $200. They've got the Rumble X, which I have that platform at home, and it's the 4D, and I want to say it runs around 500, a little bit more than that. I've got the Rhythm for a lot of my senior citizens and restless leg syndrome clients, and I want to say it's in that $250 range. They're all really, really good platforms. They all do things a little different, but they all are functional in what we're trying to accomplish with pain management, weight loss, and GERD all together. So the intensity is a little different. This one, I've got him on a level 4, I believe. And what's your time say on your platform there, Larry?
12 and 21.
Okay, and so it's varying. So you don't have to, for those of you that don't have the platform, you don't have to worry about programming it yourself. It already comes pre-programmed. Now what you can try, Larry, is I'm going to hand you these handles. And the handles, these new handles are pretty cool because now they actually loop on. They don't clip on like the old ones do. And all I want you to do is just hold that. And what do you feel when you hold those handles? We're not asking to do any resistance. I'm not asking you to do any bicep curls or any tricep pushbacks. What are you feeling right now with the handles?
Just feel balanced.
More stable, yeah. So the handles are there when you order this. The handles are there in your packaging, and you can attach it to the unit, not for the use of resistance training, but for stability. So it's a great stability tool. Okay, those that are watching in right now, if you have any questions while you're watching, please let me know, and I'm happy to answer those as I'm going through. Okay, so we're feeling pretty good, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm going to have you do is add a few little squats. Okay, and stand, good. Go ahead and pull those handles up just a tad. Good, give me a squat. And pull those handles tight. Good, give me a squat. Good, what do you do when you do that? Or what do you feel when you do that?
Well, each time I go, I can go farther.
Yeah?
It's that.
Good. And you're feeling relaxed,
Yes.
loosey-goosey, no
Yes.
tension while you're doing resistance work.
None at all.
Good. Good, good, good. So for those that are listening in now, we are using this for the purpose of gastrointestinal relief. We've already demonstrated how you can use the whole body vibration platform for pain relief and for the benefit of expediting weight loss efforts. But being that Mr. Larry is here, I thought I would pull him in because I know that he's had GI discomfort in the past, and I know that this works very, very well. There's already research studies that are published that show how this works for GI discomfort. So, you feeling good?
Yeah.
All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So for those of you who are, can a person who has had a blood clot in his calf use whole body vibration? Good question, Dottie. What I would highly recommend is check with your physician and make sure that you are cleared to do that. I have quite a few clients who have had deep vein thrombosis or who have had a blood clot in years past, not a recent blood clot. Have you had any blood clots?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long ago?
It's been now probably 3 years.
Okay. So be very careful. I would use a lower level, but I would definitely check in with the physician and make sure that he gives the green light on this. If he's not familiar with it, yes, I will definitely repeat that, Dottie. If you're not familiar with, or if the doctor is not familiar with the whole body vibration, I would provide some information on where, the information on how it works, which you can find on the Lifepro Fitness website. But definitely get a release from your physician to make sure that it's okay. But I will say, yes, I have had individuals with deep vein thrombosis history who have used it and have used it without any trouble at all. I have other clients who are on blood thinners and are doing just fine with it, but you're going to use a much lower intensity. And again, making sure that your knees are relaxed, not locked out, so that you're not providing the opportunity to increase that vibration on a much greater level up to the brain with locked knees. Okay, so with weight loss, what we were talking about, weight loss and pain relief. So my mom was on here earlier, and so what I'm going to have Larry do, being that he's already on here, I'm going to go back on here with my chair. And you don't have to do anything. If you have pain in your lower extremity, all you have to do is get on the platform for 10 minutes a day. It helps the whole body with pain relief. By decreasing cortisol levels, we're automatically improving the way that our body regulates itself. When you're in pain, your body is in a high state of sympathetic nervous system. And so if you can down-regulate that sympathetic nervous system and increase how the parasympathetic works, and I know I'm talking medical terms here that you might understand, it's just really important to remember to make sure that you're doing a lot for recovery. And so that's the beauty of the whole body vibration platform, is you can use it for recovery, you can use it for engaging new muscles, for breaking loose fascial connective tissue adhesions. I like to say it's the perfect storm. It's kind of like a mild earthquake taking place to fascial adhesions. So it's kind of breaking those fibers loose, allowing for toxicity to float out of those spaces. And so what I'm going to have Larry do is go ahead and I'm going to take these away from you. And I'm going to have Larry take a seat. Let's see that Larry's got chronic knee pain, okay? In fact, come to think of it, is Adam in the room? Adam is in the room. This is very cool that you mentioned this, Dottie. So Adam is 5 months post-operative ACL reconstruction. Awesome. All right, come on in, Adam. So this is a 3-in-1 kind of a deal today. Okay, Larry, you're off. So, so this is my stepbrother, okay, and Adam has had he's had ACL reconstruction. I'm going to guess, is it your right knee? Your left knee? Okay, just looking at your right knee from the size of your joint there, from this angle. Okay, do you have any pain right now?
Nope.
Okay, and you've never been on this?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so this is really cool testimonial. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to start you out on a level 4. And when we went hiking yesterday in the mountains, did you have any discomfort? Were you stiff? Were you unable? Real stiff.
And pain.
Real stiff and in pain. And so this is going to be really cool for him to experience. I'm going to start him from a seated position right now. So if you have been dealing with pain, I want you to try to start from a seated position to make sure that you can tolerate the level that you're setting yourself up on. And if you don't have any pain with the level, lower level that you set yourself up on, then you can stand. And if you don't have any pain with that, or if you have mild pain, you can go back to a seated position. It doesn't, if you are just now starting, start on a lower level just to be safe. But for him, he's young. How old are you?
20.
He's only 20, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
His connective tissue and his fascia hasn't had a chance to turn into that dysfunctional connective tissue with all the adhesions. Although, since he's been cut into, he has a lot of scar tissue in his knee. So this is a great opportunity to use the whole body vibration platform for breaking up scar tissue. So this is a win. I already know we're going to have some good changes out of this. So what I want you to do, I want you to scoot your booty up into the edge of the seat. There you go, so that the knee is directly over the ankle, okay? And what I'm going to do with him, because he is young and vibrant, is I'm going to put the red resistance band, which is the light, and we're going to slide that on here. Okay. And what I want you to do, we're going to increase that a little bit higher. Okay, you don't have any pain with that, the way it's situated, correct?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so we are going to open and close your knees. So for those of you that missed the pain management segment earlier, we are decreasing cortisol. We are increasing what I call the dose that's released from the platform. So dopamine, oxytocin, which is our feel-good hormone, serotonin, and the endorphins. So you don't have to run to get the runner's high, which is that endorphin release. You can get all this through the whole body vibration platform. And so, yep, you're doing it nice and slow. What do you feel?
Kind of like loosening up.
Loosening up, love it. You feel pretty comfortable there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would you like to try standing?
I think I'm comfortable.
He's comfortable with that. So we're going to stay right here for a few moments. Okay? Good. And now to make this exercise harder, we're going to take his feet out wider. So let's go ahead and take your feet out a little bit wider. And we're going to do the same thing. Just open those knees, close those knees. And you can see that the vibration unit is starting to increase its intensity. Where do you feel that exercise hitting you?
Like my outer thigh.
Outer thighs. So do you think post ACL reconstruction that he would need to be firing those muscles? And the answer is yes. So we're trying to work our hips a little bit. Good. Now, one thing that we want to continue to work on is strengthening of what's referred to as the VMO. So what I'm going to have you do, Adam, is very slowly come up into a standing position. And I'm going to have you hold on to the handles because the handles give you grounding. So you don't have to use the resistance bands, the handles for strengthening, or using these just to stay grounded for balance. Feeling good with balance? Mm-hmm. So one of the first things you lose with an injury or with a surgery is the first thing you lose is your balance and the firing of this muscle right here, the VMO. And so we want to engage that muscle to work a little bit better, and we also want to engage his balance. And so 80% of the neuroreceptors that communicate with the brain, how your body feels when contact with the ground, exist only on the bottom of the feet. So we are exciting those little guys right now by having him in contact with the platform while the vibration is going up through his feet. Now what I want you to do is just do a partial squat, so a quarter squat. Good? That's it. I want you to do 10 of those in a row for me. Awesome. And what do you feel with that?
Better like on the down, like better control.
Good, 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 good. Now we're gonna make this a little bit harder on him because he's only 20, right? Yeah, he's happy with me right now. Sibling love. So I'm gonna have you have a full seat, and you can relax your arms with the handles, okay? And then I want you to stand right back up. That's all right. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna come in and help. So I'm gonna have you drop your bands because you're definitely not very strong with getting up, getting down. And guess what? That's one of those sacrifices post ACL, okay? So I'm gonna hold your hand. I'm gonna be slowly, very slowly, because we're using eccentric loading, the lengthening of those muscles in order to strengthen versus tightening everything up and going short, okay? So very slowly, lower yourself into that chair. If you fall back, it's okay, okay? Gather yourself together, do 10, knees open, knee closed. How many days in physical therapy did you have to go?
I went for like 3 months. But after
3 months. Post-operative, how many days a week?
about 2.
2 days a week. So can you imagine
3 in the beginning.
having this tool, how much of an advantage that's going to be for him recovering while he's going through his therapy? Because again, with any kind of a surgery, you're increasing scar tissue, and especially with pelvic floor, especially with post C-section, post hysterectomy, it's really hard to manage that scar tissue, and that's something that this tool does. So it's a great advantage having this tool for whether you're in a seated position, whether you're in a standing position, and then I'm going to show you a variation tomorrow, so tune in again tomorrow, on how you can use this for pelvic floor engagement and how to work with pelvic floor pain. So let's go ahead and have you stand up. You can use me to get yourself up. Well, that was easy.
That was easier.
You couldn't do that a second ago. I didn't do that all for him, I promise. Okay, partial squat. Good. Let's do 10 of those. Good. How's that feel? Good. Are you getting tired?
A little bit.
Okay, so he's 20. This is wearing him out, you guys. So you don't have to go to the gym to get a good workout in. This is great calorie burning, great fat loss, decreasing cortisol and stress hormones because we're in a relaxed state. So it's a great thing. Go ahead and lower yourself down. Nice. So much better. Okay, let's open and close those knees 5 times.
It's vibrating harder.
It's vibrating harder, he says. He's never been on this tool, so this is his first experience. Good. Now, hands free. I want you to come up out of that chair. Look at that. That was cool. Okay, so if you missed this, you need to go back and rewind and watch the recorded version of this later. He could not get out of that chair by himself the first time. So because I had him drop the handles, I went ahead and grabbed him to help him. He was not able to do that easily. This is strengthening him as we are speaking. I did not plan this, okay? Okay, go ahead, let's do 5 more partial squats, just for fun. I know, right? Just for fun. And I'm going to give you like an absolute climax here in just a second. It's going to be awesome. Okay. Now this one's for Joel, because we want Joel to know how powerful his creation is. This is so awesome. I want you to sit down in the chair, stand up out of the chair 5 times in a row. Sit down, relax, stand up. Sit down, relax, stand up. Good. Just like that, piece of cake. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, go ahead and have a seat. Let's take this off. Go ahead and stand on back up. Okay. Now I just want you to do 5 partial squats without that rubber band on. Good. Looking good here, you guys. All right, and then I want you to have a seat. I want you to come up out of that seat 3 times. Because the one thing we've done is we've taken the resistance band away. So I want to see how his body engages in this, but the cool part is we have used muscle memory in order to make this easier, to engage those muscles to work better. What do you think?
Easier.
Okay, I'm going to stop this. And that was a short treatment. Well, what I want you to do is just walk around here real quick. Let me hear how you feel. What do you feel?
Loosened up in the legs.
Loosened up in the legs. And so one thing we're going to check here, because I checked this the other day with him, what's one of the first things you had to do in physical therapy? You had to check your knee flexion, correct? Mm-hmm. So can you sit down on the floor and show me what your knee flexion is? Because he didn't have most of his knee flexion. Wow, okay, nice. So that's awesome. Now, that's his bad leg. Show me your good leg. Don't cheat with that butt cheek. Okay, good. Let's check again with your left. Look how awesome that is. He couldn't get that the other day. So that's post-treatment here. So awesome. How about extension? So we're trying to get full extension, which is minus 10 degrees. No problem there? Awesome. And so there you have it, my friends. So I'd like to say thank you for tuning in with us today to watch how you can use the whole body vibration platform for use of weight loss efforts and to help with pain management. There are a lot of other varieties of pain management that we can work with, whether it comes to dealing with upper extremity discomfort. I want you to continue to stay live with us. I'm going to take a break here for just a few minutes, reset up again, and I'm going to grab one of the massage guns. I'm going to show you how to work on pain management for the neck and the shoulders. So for those of you who sit at a desk all day, or for those who deal with electronics, or maybe you drive a lot, or maybe you just have neck pain, neck and shoulder pain, I'm going to show you not from my treatment table, because I don't have my treatment table handy, but I'm going to show you just from working with somebody from sitting in a regular chair, how you can work on yourself very mildly, but I'm actually going to show you with me working on somebody else. So if you buy one of the massage guns, how you can use it on a loved one, or a loved one can work on you. So that's coming up here in just a few minutes, so stay tuned for that. But for now, oh, Judy, you missed it. It's okay. We're going to publish this, so you're going to see the whole recording. And if you missed it, then stay tuned for the next series, because I'm going to show you how to use the massage guns for neck and shoulder relief, okay? And my stepdad is a really good example of that one, so he works a lot. So I'm going to show you that with him, and we'll be back here shortly. Thank you again.